Anyway, I do believe things are getting all set up, and I am now joined by Amai Fox. Amai, how are you doing today, buddy? It is wonderful to see you.
Hey, it's Oasis. I'm doing great. I am a little tired, not gonna lie, but we'll make it through this. And I got a Monster Energy drink, so I'm gonna survive.
Yep.
Maybe not in the game though. Not in the game.
Time will tell.
Yep. So are we ready to start in a moment here?
I believe we are ready.
All right. Well, real quick introduction. I'm a My Fox. I speedrun a variety of games, mainly Resident Evil, but I also picked this up earlier in the year. It's a pretty fun game and a childhood favorite, but there is some RNG in the game that can hurt your feelings a lot, is all I can say. But it's a sequel to Parasite Eve 1, which is really the storyline is mitochondria. That's about all I can tell you. But this game takes place in a desert and it's semi-similar. But I'll be able to start in just a moment here with new game when I hit new game. So I'll count down. That's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right. So this is a sequel to the first game. And our main character, Ayabrea, is working in Los Angeles with a team that takes down what are called like mitochondria monsters. And they're first off, we're going to a tower, but what I need to do is change those options real quick, which apparently I didn't do. Awesome. Yeah. Oh, there we go. That was weird. So thankfully, as opposed to Resident Evil, this game you can turn on auto run, so I don't have to constantly hold down a run button. So that's the first thing we do right off the bat, and we also change the cursor in the game to standard because by default it sets a memory, and that kind of just messes up because in the menus it'll leave like where you were last off rather than the first spot. So the reason I go in this door and then right back out is because we have to spawn this guy here so we can go to the tower. And skipping dialogue is always fun. And just going through cutscenes here, a helicopter crashes for whatever reason, because it seems like in this time period of games being made, they love to make helicopters crash. But what's pretty neat about this is, especially for this time, Square was really big on like the moving cutscenes in like the actual game environment. So it's just kind of neat to like how it's like almost like pre-rendered backgrounds, but still like a cutscene as you go through things. And then once you get to the normal part, it's just all like tank controls and fixed camera angles, because this is basically like Resident Evil, but you get with magic. So we're finally about to get out of the intro of the game and like actual technical gameplay. Now, of course, being a speed run, we're just trying to get through everything fast, so most battles are going to be avoided. What's interesting is this game has XP and BP, which stands for bounty points. Bounty points are used to like purchase items, and XP is used to unlock and evolve your parasite energies, which is like your magic. Now that phone's ringing, but we don't actually have to pick it up. But storyline-wise, it makes you think you have to pick it up. The thing is, in this game, whenever you avoid a battle, you lose 10 BP. But we have it routed out in the speed run. You have more than enough BP for the most part. And we only buy things twice. So what we lose all the time is no big deal. So this is telling us right here, like, oh, there's a box that has basically infinite ammo because, you know, this is an action game, even if it's the first one was a little bit more RPG-ish. So we're about to technically get to the first boss. This poor guy's getting eaten, unfortunately. And, you know, normally we'd save him.
That poor guy.
Yeah, normally we'd save him, but nope. We got things to do. So this starts up a cutscene, which little random thing is if you immediately turn left in here, it starts the cutscene faster rather than running up to this girl. And this is where they find out that the monsters are able to fake like a human form and then transform afterwards. Now this boss is very easy. We're just shooting him with some fireballs, and that's it. So, that boss doesn't take much. There is some RNG. The third fireball, especially if you fire it too early, can do less damage, which will not kill the boss. And then you have to... Oops, I tried to skip the cutscene too early, but then you have to shoot the boss, so it's just a time loss. And once you have a decent time, basically, that's you already resetting the run. The first 10 minutes of the game is actually a huge reset point. So now I'm going... Yeah. But most of the run is chill until very certain segments. So here, basically we're reporting the situation. You have to do that in order to unlock this door. And to skip dialogue in this game, you can alternate between X and circle to skip the dialogue faster. I am, however, playing this on an emulator using a keyboard. And the emulator I'm using in particular is called DuckStation, which if you need to use a PS1 emulator, I would highly recommend. As that's why it makes the graphics look a lot prettier. At the end of the game, I can like swap between the graphics and you'll see and be like, oh wow. Alright, so speaking of RNG, it's RNG if this battle will trigger, and then RNG if you get bit after the battle triggers. So that was the worst RNG you can hit, but it's also the most common RNG to happen, so it's not too big of a deal. So this just restores power, so we can ride up this escalator, and there's another key that drains the fountain, but we haven't gotten there yet. And it's this fountain right here, and there's actually a grenade launcher in there, but that key's up here in a moment, and we're not going to grab it anyways because we don't need the grenade launcher. Now, right here, there's a way to avoid this fight. It's basically try to run straight and hope you can get in, but bad RNG, of course, the battle gets triggered. Sometimes if you just run straight at the wall and then slide along it, he doesn't look at you, but sad things happen. So I see we're already starting off with bad RNG. Which is, you know, I said this game is like that. Oh.
I do want to make a note, by the way. If any of y'all want your mitochondrial puns to be read on air, ! Donate. Because I'm not reading them for free.
For real. So there, I just picked up some grenades as like a marathon safety strat for a boss on the second disc. So, super preparing up ahead. There's our teammate. He's getting attacked by a boss we're about to find on the ground there. That was that red key that I'm not going to grab because we'd have to backtrack, and that's not very speedrun-like. So for here, you're supposed to put a code in to raise the bridge, but you can run across here and just take some damage from these fish. Good RNG is only getting bit twice. Oh, there we go. So that's nice. You can get bit a third time. So not too big of a deal health-wise. It's just that little extra bite. Those poison you, but status effects don't transfer after a battle, so it's not too big of a deal. Alright, so I guess this is more like the first boss fight and a huge reset point in a speed run. So I have some backup strats. I grabbed this right here, which is an MP boost in case I need to use some more fireballs. So the idea up here for the game is you're supposed to go all the way around this catwalk to an elevator, find out the elevator's not working, and then turn back around. It triggers the boss. If you just do that camera angle change, the boss goes there. We start off with a fireball, then we need to run, target that, and hope I can get around, or shoot that, get around the corner before he shoots off a little grenade. And there's the bad RNG that I was not looking for. Cool. See, that's why you already see how bad RNG can be in this game and just like crush your soul. All right, so he got hit with that one. So yeah, that does 180 damage. So you see why like him using the grenade and not getting hit by that is, you know, hurts a lot. So waiting for him to come back here. Oops, accidentally untargeted him. Now, and I'm just getting hit with the RNG today. What is this? Come on. I'm gonna shoot this. He's gonna hit by that. Then we do that. Hit him with a pipe. I'm gonna hit him with a fireball. Now the reason I turned to the side there is because he actually takes more damage if you hit him from the side with the fireball.
Interesting.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna use this MP boost instead as a backup. There we go. All right, killed him. So I said, real bad RNG there, but that's unfortunately this game. But basically that guy jumps up here. He set a whole bunch of explosives off. He's going to blow up the building. Somehow, even after the building starts blowing up, they're able to have like a small conversation and then get on a helicopter. I'm not sure, but you know. So this here is telling us about the next place we're going to. They give you all those like different things, and you're supposed to think that you have to go through everything, but the last option, which is map, is all you have to examine, and you can skip on over to the desert. So all your extra items go into the trunk of her car, so that's why I'm getting the grenade real quick that I grabbed. Talk to our buddy here, skip some dialogue. He's telling you, oh, you should go buy weapons, and, you know, we're not going to do that. We don't have time. This is, you know, being a classic RPG, there's plenty of dialogue to skip.
So we have a question in chat. Will this game include dog petting?
It does in a cutscene. It does in a cutscene. I should probably let that play towards the end of the game. There is a dog in this game. Actually, you know what? Let me be safe here. I'm going to grab some bullets just in case. Normally, I wouldn't do that, but I can see how this run's already going. So I'm going to grab the extra ammo so I don't run out. So
game is already being a rude dude with attitude.
Yeah. So we're in the Mojave Desert, but I always like to say Mojave. And we're at this hotel called Dryfield, where there's been reports of these monsters and apparently a hidden shelter, which may have more stuff going on in it. Of course, that we're trying to investigate. So just kind of going through here. At first, we need to find the only dude that's left here, which his name is Mr. Douglas, and he has the doggo that we eventually get to pet. Which, unfortunately, if you don't do things correctly in the storyline, the dog can die, which is very sad. So we got to raise this car and turn it so we can open up stuff. And yeah, the little tiny puzzle of the game. Just turn on this shutter, then open up this gate. So I have to turn the car back again, and then I can go through this gate to attempt to go through the shutter. By the way, if you've played a Resident Evil game, like an OG tank control one, Aya controls terribly compared to any of the Resident Evil games. Like, she feels like she's constantly on ice.
Ooh, that's not a pleasant feeling.
No,
we have time for a couple of donations.
Yeah, I can just walk, so go ahead.
All right, so first off, we have a $5 donation from Murtor SH saying, of course, now I have, well, it said, good luck in reaching the fundraising goal. And then we have a $5 donation from our own Yoshi Chief, which says, if anybody knows what mitochondria means, more power to you.
One quick thing. So right there, I kind of took, rather than taking a direct path like you would think in a speed run, I actually took a wide approach, because if you go directly, it spawns scorpions. And as you notice with every battle, You get like the little heartbeat negative filter for a moment, and then like the status like battle finish screen when you leave the area. So it's like that's like 4 seconds each time. But if there's any more donations, you're cool to go. Especially this part, I prefer to concentrate on.
Those were the only 2 donations that I have so far, but I do want to remind people that we do have an active donation incentive going for the Resident Evil HD Remaster run, which will be coming up right after this one. We have currently raised $175 of the $300 that we need, so please, people, we want to see this 100% happen, so please get your money in and support this wonderful charity at the same time.
So right there, another great thing of RNG. There's a very rare RNG that you can get that fireball off before the first little camel thing hits you. It rarely happens, so that's life. This part right here, you have to take quite the line, or you're gonna get hit by that dude, and I still messed up. That one's really hard, but you have to like pre-turn a certain way before the camera angle changes. So this part, we're just killing these guys. There's a certain amount that come, like a little horde mode, I guess. Oh, that worked out decently, actually. Got a lot of crits there. Unfortunately, had to reload. Oh, there's one more. Cool. All right. So that's that battle. Reason we're going up here is we have to get a key for a bar nearby as part of another puzzle. What am I doing? And we meet one of the side characters up here named Kyle, who's apparently a private investigator, but he's got a lot more going on than that I honestly don't know the story of this game too much, honestly. He goes from like bad to good or something. He's like a double or triple agent. I don't really know what's happening. So unfortunately, this is the owner. Yeah, I guess he was trying to hide from those camel things or the horse things. They're called chasers. And unfortunately passed away just being stuck up there. So now we're going to his bar. We got to grab a certain item, which you may notice what company the item is from. There's just a little bit of product placement in this game, you could say. So this is actually, we're grabbing a magnet to grab a key. But look, Coca-Cola.
I'm surprised they allowed that.
I mean, no, I mean, they worked with Coca-Cola, like,
oh,
definitely.
Okay.
It's 100% product placement.
So this wasn't like a scenario like with Resident Evil 2, where they had the Coca-Cola font on the vending machine, and it said cold drink.
No, yeah, this is, like, at the end of the credits, they have, like, a whole thing with Coke, so that's nice. So here's another part. What do you know, RNG again. With this camel, when I shoot it with my fireball, all right, cool. It can do less. It needs to do at least 71 damage. And if it doesn't, he doesn't get knocked down, which he then knocks you down for more time loss. And then you have to hit him with another fireball and then shoot him some more. So this is an annoying puzzle, but it's what the magnet was for. But you have to, in theory, not do this bad. And sometimes the trigger is like really weird. I've had times where like I instantly fly up there and no big deal, and then like that moving super slow, and it's like, nah, I'm just gonna keep dropping. But pretty much everything in this game is RNG. Every time like enemy takes a hit, it's RNG like to a certain range, how much damage you take, or how much damage they take. You always take the same damage from them though. But good news, we got the puppers. I think he needs to eat a little bit, in my opinion, but there's our great puppers. His name is Flint. We need to beat him here to this before he triggers a cutscene. And here's Mr. Douglas again, who we met recently. He has a lot of guns, which is useful for us because we can buy stuff from him. But we're not doing that yet. So he told us about the shelter, so now we're on like a mission to get there. But we gotta do some more fun things. First thing is I need a rope to go down into these sewers. Very interesting how everything is laid out perfectly here. These scorpions spawn, and one day I swear that someone is going to figure out how to get in this door without the battle starting, but it has not happened yet. So I have to kill these guys, mainly because I'm coming back here a lot, and it's just annoying for the battle screen always start. Oh, and apparently I'm missing. I think my keyboard's being angry. There we go. Wow. All right, so now that hasn't ever happened. Comes in a marathon. All right, that was fun. Never had that happen. I'm not even gonna lie.
That really seems like a segment that can really lose you a lot of time.
Oh, it can. It's like you can shoot one fireball and it hits all three, or you can hit two of them and you still gotta shoot that other one, and he can fall in a certain direction that you have to like then move. It's, I said, fun game. But here's the rope that we have to use to now get in these sewers to get to another place. New monster type bats. Everyone loves bats. We're not going to deal with them. But I grabbed extra heal, so that helps anyways. Now we get a new enemy type that can be invisible, and I assume they have to be mutated ducks of some sort. You'll figure out why, because the way they sound. There's a very specific dodge for this, though. You have to kind of like do a weird little wiggly line of sorts. And you can dodge his claw like that, which is good because I think it does like 25 damage or so. And we're just going up here. There's little weird like baby red things with like drill mouse. I don't know what's going on with some of these enemies. The enemy design in this game is super cool. We have to kill them for a certain item we're going to use later. So I run in here a little bit. That takes out most of those, and then I shoot that one, and then just head this way as the battle ends. And that small box is what I am going to need later on. Now we're going here, and you get to hear some terrible screams. You have to like try to trigger that door early, by the way, or that monster sees you and triggers another battle. So we hear the screams. We want to help her, but that closet is bolted to the ground, and we can't do anything. You do always trigger this battle on the way out, though, but you can just avoid it and save time going in. So now we got to go back to Mr. Douglas, and we need to borrow a wrench from him. Thankfully, we can unlock this door for a shortcut, so we don't have to go back through the sewers. So this is kind of more like boring part. Do we have any donations by any chance?
We have exactly one donation. $50 from ItsOasus. Hey, that's me. And it simply says, Barry!
Barry? I don't see Barry yet. But I'm sure he's right around the corner. Oh man, Barry. What a great character.
Yeah. Only need $75 more to save him. Hashtag save Barry. I am 100% behind that campaign.
Yeah, you don't want Barry to go. Even if he does betray you, it's for a good cause.
Also have to make sure Chris punches those boulders.
Mm-hmm.
You can't punch boulders if you're dead.
There we go. So right there, it's nice if you can trigger this before the camera angle changes, but it's like really tight. Like a step or so forward and the camera angle will change, which you get a pause to lose time. For whatever reason, this is the one conversation that's not like a cutscene that you can skip with him. I have no idea why. But basically, he says, go in the garage, borrow whatever tool you need. So we're going in the garage. We're going to get a little monkey wrench. For whatever reason, when Aya picks it up, she's like, I hope Mr. Douglas won't mind I borrow this. I'm like, he just told you to go grab it. But whatever. At least she's, very considerate. So now we're on the way back for another boss fight. Yay, who would have thought? And it's actually going to be our friend back from the first section of the game, who I'm not even sure why he's here, but basically he tries to say he's a bounty hunter, but I don't know. He's bad. That's all I got. And we actually see some of his friends later on in the game, because I guess they're like artificial weapons created or something. Yeah,
not that I'm complaining or anything, but I love that some of these enemies are just so sleepy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's nice. It's nice that they're sleepy. Because, yeah, we can avoid some battles. And there's a great part later on in the game where they can insta-shot you, so it's good, nice. So there I have to upgrade my pyro fireball skill. I also move that small box into my like belt, which is the items you can use during battles, for a segment later on. So basically, here's a boss fight with him. What we want to try to do is go behind him, shoot him with a fireball, move a little bit, hope he gets stunned. Sometimes he doesn't, you know, that's life. This guy sounds hilarious, though.
He really does.
And there he's done. Sometimes that battle went nice, actually. That battle went really nice. Sometimes you don't have to cast the last fireball because he picks you up and then she fires one, but we're not really sure if that's like a time save or not.
We did have a question in chat. Was the boss wielding a gun blade?
He was definitely wielding a gun blade, which you can unlock as a New Game Plus item. Because this is a Squaresoft game, so they had to throw that gun blade in there.
Well, this was not long after Final Fantasy VIII was released, so it makes sense.
That's what I said. Yeah, Final Fantasy VIII, they started the whole like FMVs of the background of pre-rendered environments, and then they threw a little bit of that in here too to be fancy. This game actually does have like one of the first examples of voice acting earlier on in the game. A dude says freeze randomly, and that's it. So we got our partner Kyle, who is let's see what he does.
It looks like he's doing a whole bunch of nothing.
Yeah. Alright. Yeah, he's doing nothing. I hate you, Kyle. So there's like a 1% chance that he will go insanely crazy and just start like killing everything and critting everything. But most of the time he runs around. Sometimes he'll aim at an enemy and like his hand just kind of like shakes and he doesn't do anything. It's good. We hate Kyle so much. And then later on in the game. Yeah, you're good.
Okay. We have $5 from Firebird Lover donating to make sure we get a Jill sandwich. Oh, yeah. And then we have an $8 donation from Ms. C. Evil with no comment, but thank you very much for your generous donation.
Thank you. So there was that item that I killed little red baby things for, and I put on my inventory, so we can use it on those bats. That's actually a recently discovered strat within like this year. They used to like shoot an ability called Necrosis a couple times, but we had to learn that ability. And it's just a time waste having to shoot it a couple times and cast it. So that saves a lot of time there. But now we're going back to check on Mr. Douglas. We got more of these little duck dudes. They're just smaller. They try to slash you, and hopefully you dodge them. Thankfully, Mr. Douglas is safe. You know, he has a lot of weapons, so that helps. He does have like assault rifles on his wall, but I guess his weapon of choice is a shotgun. So now we basically told Mr. Douglas that, like, yeah, I'm going to need to steal your car because we got to go to this shelter. For whatever reason, Mr. Douglas's car doesn't have any gas in it. So we have to go get a gas can, which is upstairs in a place that he has the key for. Go fill up the gas can, and then come back to him so he can put gas in the truck so we can leave. You know, backtracking. So right there, if you don't trigger that door fast enough, it actually starts a battle with some monsters that are behind the truck.
No, thank you.
Yeah. So while earlier I took like a wide line to avoid things, you're going to start a battle no matter what because of Horsey here. So really you just hope that he knocks himself out. Yay.
I love how this game realistically makes you take damage for running into a wall.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome until you get in the second disc where you get headbutted and knocked off a cliff and it's game over. Real nice on a speed run. So for whatever reason, the key to get in here has a key to actually get upstairs, and you have to. And whoops, I hit that too many times. You have to do something with. There's like pictures on the wall that reference like Clint Eastwood and Wyatt Earp, or however you say his name, and you have to like put their ages together at certain times, and that's how you get the password that has this key in it. I have no idea why they would have this kind of system set up. More duck monsters. We actually killed these just to get a little XP. And as you see, like I'm kind of walking forward a little bit. There's technically like a short like cooldown before you can use magic again. So I'm just spamming the magic key the entire time until it shoots off, but moving just a little bit forward at the same time, just saving those seconds or frames more of. So here's the gas can or jerry can. And unfortunately, they knew I got the gas can, so these dudes jumped in. This can be kind of a hard dodge. And thankfully, I didn't get swiped. If so, it's not too big of a deal. As long as things don't go terribly, which that should be fun. Then I don't need to worry about healing because we'll get a full heal soon. So now we gotta go fill up this gas tank and deal with some duck monsters that are annoying. And of course, like usual, they can work nicely with you, or they can RNG you into so much time loss. But we'll see what happens here. So how you want to kind of approach this is turn right just a little bit, then kind of go left to trigger the battle. Get him to kind of follow you, trigger this dude, and hopefully... there we go. Trying to hit both of them at the same time, but at least I got it on the second fireball, so I could kill one. And the damage, not too big of a deal. Gotta use this can. Now we got gasoline. And if you have a donation, yeah, we're just doing running here. If not, it'd be like...
All right. Well, I do want to provide an update on the Resident Evil HD Remaster incentive. We are now $40 away from saving Barry and Chris, thanks in part to a $5 donation from Nilsson, who said, "I have a Jill sandwich too." And also, I wanted to provide an update that Ms. C. Evil's $8 donation has met the Rainbow Dash Trail incentive for Ori and the Blind Forest.
Nice. So, thank you all for your donations. I messed up there to trigger the battle, but not too big of a deal. It'll be alright. So Mr. Douglas is working on the truck. Look, it's Flint. We got to buy a few things here. So, we didn't get that grenade launcher earlier. We need it. Why is it called a pistol? I don't know. And we need to buy some grenades for a boss coming up. So now we just got to go take a nap because, it's late. He's got to work on the car. We want to rest up and get a full restore, of course. So another little minor thing, like a little dodge here, because if you get hit by these things, I think they do like 20 damage or so. So easy enough. Like you kind of just wait for him to make his charge sound and then like move to the left real quick and then straighten out. So it's not like the hardest dodge, but it does suck if you get hit. Another little duck thing, but we don't care about him. And this ladder we actually used earlier, so we can go back up into our motel room nicely, get ready for our nap. I do have to do some inventory, though. So I need Necrosis, which is kind of like a damage over time ability that can also stun enemies. I'm going to move this just to have an extra heal, of course. I need to put this on my belt as well to make things easier later on. And got to equip that for the next boss fight. It's also faster if you just hit like the pause button again to get out of the menu rather than hitting like back or cancel.
I just want to say one of your mods is wishing that they could use one of the sound effects from your chat.
Yeah, I don't have any of those available, sorry. So this boss is a really cool dude. He's got like a flamethrower in his mouth, and in fashion of this run, he started off with bad RNG. He can do like a fist swipe, and that's good, but now he stuns me instead. And I take damage right off the bat. So I hit him with a Necrosis. Go ahead.
I was just saying, how rude.
Oh, yeah, but so you see like that Necrosis stuns him occasionally, which is nice because then... Oops. I hit select apparently. He won't do his little... He does like a little flame puff that hits you, and it's really annoying. And you can, of course, have really bad RNG here. Yeah, so that does... I think it's like 12 damage every time. I'm saving a Necrosis because he's about to like go into his second phase, so I just kind of want it. There we go. I'd rather have like 2 Necrosises for this part of it. Nothing really changes, even though this is the second phase. He just loses like half his phase or something. Yeah, got hit. So I'm at 14 HP. Sounds scary. I can take one more flame before I need to heal. So I'm not too worried. Hopefully I can just keep him stunned the entire time, and it's not too big of a deal. And you do want to fight here. Yeah, cool, awesome. That worked out nicely. Because if you go on the balcony, he does like swipe attacks, and he'll like make Aya fly across the entire balcony and take a whole bunch of damage, so you don't want that. And for whatever reason, he melts into the floor. And we can't skip this cutscene, so just chilling here for just a moment. So this is the part where if you take too long to kill this boss, unfortunately Flint the dog passes away. And that's really sad. We don't want that. So we saved him, thankfully, and that also unlocks a weapon that we will not actually get from Mr. Douglas, so that doesn't matter either. That capsule I got is a full heal, and it also increases your HP by 5. I just wanted to use that as a heal rather than what I already had to get the extra HP. And as you noticed, in this game, you can actually use items like heals in the like finish battle screen. So that's why I just did it there, to save a little bit of time rather than collecting it and going into my inventory and all that again. So we got the truck key. Now we need to go to the truck. Flint is following us, but he doesn't follow us here, which is sad. But I guess he hangs out with Mr. Douglas. And I know you wouldn't expect it, but there's another RNG moment here to avoid a battle, which is this scorpion. Ooh. So he can't feel you, apparently, but if he sees you, then it causes the battle. Here's this dude. We need to take a step backwards, wait for him to slash, and then run forward. Yeah, so that scorpion is just annoying, because sometimes he'll just be facing you immediately, or he'll start turning towards you, or he'll turn like a weird direction that it's hard to get behind him. We saw these guys earlier for a moment, and they're just hilarious looking, not because their chests look like they could stab someone at all, but they also sound funny if they get hit. But this is the end of Disc 1. So we're about to start Disc 2, which starts off terribly with the horse monsters called Chasers, and you have to basically dodge them and lead them to kill themselves off a cliff that they can knock you off as well. So hopefully we're all good, but things happen. So here I just need to switch to that real quick. because I'm going to use that in the chaser battle. We talk to Kyle. Skip some dialogue. I'm going to skip a little cutscene or so, and then I need to switch disc real quick, which Duck Station switches disc pretty fast. There we go.
Well, do we have time for another donation?
Yeah, because I'm going to super concentrate on this part.
All right. Well, first off, I want to announce with very much happiness that we have officially met the 100% upgrade incentive for the Resident Evil HD remaster, thanks to a $40 donation from Miss C Evil, who says, Amai, keep up the good work. I'd give you a hard time, but I'll have to do that later in your own stream. So thank you very much, people. Thank you for all your donations going to a wonderful cause. And thankfully, we will be able to see Chris and Barry live to fight another day and punch another boulder. In the case of Chris, at least.
All right, these ones in the back are nice. It's the ones that come up on front while they're technically faster. They're a lot easier to knock you off the cliff. And I said that's just an instant game over. All right, so I should be able to actually finish the rest of these off if I counted correctly with the fireball. And it looks like I did. Cool.
Yay.
That was actually nice. A lot of them spawned at the far end. While I said technically longer, a lot nicer for a marathon. Especially because the ones that spawn next to you also can be angled like a weird way, and if they run and hit like a certain part of the like corner, they don't actually fall off. And then like now you're trying to dodge other ones that are running at you and like reposition that one as well. It gets fun. I think these are rabbits. I'm just assuming that. They can be annoying because they can just randomly grab you and like they bite you a couple times as you try to kick them off. And it wastes like 5 seconds or so, as well as they do a decent amount of damage. So I need to put a board over there, but you have to examine it first or it won't let you pick up the board that's back here. So we just have to go there real quick and come back. Avoid some battles. Hope I don't get grabbed. Thankfully, he did the jump attack, so that's not bad. Now, this next part, you could say it's a little interesting. So Aya gets this board. As you're going to see, it's very large. I'm not sure where she puts it, but she got the board. So we're going to go use that to cross that hole in the bridge. But that thing just disappeared. I guess with any RPG, it's like, how are you holding everything?
It's not just RPGs either. Resident Evil does the same kind of thing.
True. Very true. All right. Whew. And all right. Cool. And we should be good. Yeah. So none of them bit me. Nice. Don't got to deal with loss of HP or time. So got to get some more abilities here. As always, we're prepping for things happening later. That plasma knocks down people, and I didn't say it earlier, but energy shot makes you do more damage. So we're just upgrading that so it helps us do even more damage. Using the board here, and we are actually about to come across a boss that will ruin runs, and another great fun of RNG. Like, it's so bad. This like boss has crushed souls so many times, and I'm gonna assume we're probably around like 40-50 minutes or maybe. So yeah, another sad point. Oops, I thought I hit item. But we gotta take that plug out there, put it in there, and it's like a little fun puzzle to make sure the lines connect. So this game does have some puzzles, but they're not very hard. You can brute force pretty much all of them. If I get through this gate fast enough, I won't trigger a battle on the way back either. All right. This is Big Horse Dude. He's awful. I'm going to start off, hit him with a fireball. I'm going to hope he does what I want. and instead he is just chilling there, but it worked, and nope, bad placement. He didn't get close enough. Cool. Alright. So, we're going to use those some more. That's not like the real boss fight, even though it can still suck and waste time. Here is like his second form, which sucks a lot more. So we're starting off with energy shot. Hope he jumps. Cool. Now I'm gonna hit him with necrosis to do some extra damage. Stun him. Do another energy stack shot because that actually stacks twice. And now it's just hope he gets near the barrels. So he can do that, run around, and do that move and jump, or he will like just kind of jump at you from behind, or he will decide that he kind of wants to lay down for whatever reason. Nah.
Well, you know, fighting FBI agents can be really tiring, especially for mitochondrial monsters.
Oh. So I ran out of some grenades that we used at first. Alright, cool. Wow, you're really doing this to me? This boss is so trolly. And he died from the necrosis damage. So he only needed one more hit, so yeah, that boss is fun. Alright, so just to do the next part, we have to try to activate the switch that doesn't work here on that cool motorcycle, which belongs to the dude earlier with the gunblade that we thought we killed. Because Aya went like crazy for a moment and lit him on fire. Because she has special powers. So that's the part where if you're fast enough, you can avoid the battle there. So we got to plug off the one guy. And we use it there, and then just have to move this plug up to do the gates again. That somehow changed for whatever reason. Also, that boss gave us a handgun that was from our friend Kyle, so we're assuming he's dead right now. And we're actually going to use that handgun on a later boss fight, too.
Can I get some F's in chat for Kyle, please?
Yes, poor Kyle. He was so useful. Alright, so we're going to come across another fun enemy, which requires some nice timing to not mess up, as well as, you know... Did I mention RNG? So start along here. Immediately cast energy shot. I'm going to raise my gun up. Then hit plasma. Got it off in time. Knocks him to the floor. He's on his back, actually, right now. And he should flip over now. Cool. And we hit him with that and some fireballs, and he's done. He sometimes on that third grenade will immediately jump up and do some weird things, and it can suck. Or like you miss a grenade for whatever reason. And he dropped 2 items. One is going to be used later with that handgun we got. And he gave us a pouch, which increases the inventory space on your armor for battle by 1. Nothing really crazy, but it's semi-useful. There is also different armor you can get in this game that has different types of stat increases or resistances, but we don't bother with that. We got some more rats. We also got laser guns, and hopefully I don't get shot. And I got shot. Because yes, RNG on the way the rats move, RNG what the lasers want to target, you hope for the best and take a line that is usually consistent. So we're now in the shelter, which is this underground like lab base with monsters everywhere. These guys just kind of hit you with a silence and sap your MP. Not too big of a deal. I'm actually surprised that one on the right hit me. But as I said, it gives you silence, which doesn't carry over, so don't really care. And I don't need MP for a while either. Yeah, so that guy can grab you, and he bites a couple times as you try to like pull your arm out of his mouth and you take damage, so I didn't get bad RNG there, thankfully. Got more fat guys. this place can definitely feel like a maze on your first playthrough. Gotta skip some dialogue. And doing some fun just traveling around. Here's some cutscenes where Aya kind of gets like some, I guess, like hallucinations or premonitions of other people's, someone else's memories that are connected to her. It's something like that weird. But we're not going to worry about it because we're never really too interested in a speed run. Actually, the one part of the game that I skipped that some people are occasionally interested in is right before that, like elephant fire boss. You know, they of course for the fan service decided to put a shower scene in the game, and it's like, wow, go Square. But once again, we skipping cutscenes, and you know, keeping things family friendly. Which actually is interesting, since, you know, technically this game is a horror game, and actually does have an M rating, which I feel like for its time, M ratings on RPGs were pretty rare. So you want to take this wide line, or you can trigger a battle, which is, you know, just more time loss. We go through here. I get just like straight punched in the stomach by that guy. Pretty rude. You don't lose any health though, but it's just for cutscenes. There's like little caterpillar things, I guess. I'm not sure. There's definitely some weird creatures in this place. You'll see it when we come on the way back here.
Weird creatures seems to be par for the course for Parasite Eve games.
Yeah, definitely. But great news, we're coming up to another boss fight. And you know that boss has some insane RNG on it. As well, if I'm not careful, not gonna lie, I can mess up and I get one shot because he can eat you. So, hoping that doesn't happen. I'll try to play it a bit safer. And interesting though, there's actually 2 ways to kill the boss. And we used to do another way where you like lead him into something and it crushes him. Oh, we're not going that way yet. But we changed that recently to actually like kill him, which takes a little bit longer, but it gives you an item that's useful later on. So this box has some grenades in it, which I'll need for this fight, as well as I'm getting rid of items I'm not going to use anymore, which is my old handgun, the melee weapon in this game, ammo, and GPS, because I know where I'm going. I don't need to see anything. But actually, the GPS is when you're in combat, it has like a little radar screen that it shows where enemies are at. So now we're going into, I guess, the garbage chute area where we encounter our next boss, which I think the lore is supposed to be like a mutated, like, gorilla, actually. I don't know how that happens with this thing that you're about. Yeah, I don't. Either way. So he likes to do a suck attack, and we got to cast energy shot. I'm going to hit him with a grenade, shoot him with another grenade, and then hopefully I can get off a pyro before he closes his mouth, which, yes, I did. And then it goes over to this other view. Just got to dodge these things, which I'm going to step back a little bit and cast another energy shot, and cool. Awesome. Well, whatever. Not too big of a deal. Wait for him to open, and we're just shooting him some more. And one more grenade, and he's done. But that's only the first part of his fight, so he's not truly done. I'm going to be safe and use a heal just to be safe. Mainly because there's an attack that he'll do here that we can actually use to our advantage, but it does 50 HP damage. But it gives us Berserk, which every time we use an ability, we damage ourselves, but our attacks do a lot more. So if I do that and just run and change the camera angle, he wants to chase us and move to a predetermined path, so he's just going to chill here and push us. Alright, so there's the good attack that I was talking about. That gives me Berserk. Now, doing a lot more damage. Alright, cool. He's doing his little suck attack, So I can run over here, get a time to reload, shoot him again, and I got more time to reload. Hopefully he does it again. Yep. So his other attack, he can do the little tongue thing again, or he can do like shoot out gas out of his shoulders, which is more time loss. So that was a really nice fight. I was able to kill him. Now I gotta wait for this to come up. So we're just kind of, but the boss takes a while to die anyways. Perfect, I guess, idea. I'd be able to like trigger this a little early, but with the berserk and him just continuously doing the like sucking attack, I just dealt with it. What you would do for like an easy way is activate this, and once this fully comes up, you can run across. The boss will step on it, and there's another plate that you step on, and it goes down, and it's a compactor and crushes him. But you lose out on XP and BP of a certain amount, as well as you lose out on the item that causes berserk, which we use on later boss fights. So pretty necessary that we do that now. So that's another new strat that was found out this year. We actually a lot got rerouted this entire year compared to what it was before. So just gotta avoid these guys. In the very rare RNG, Kyle, rather than staying at the back, will follow after you and trigger a battle. Because that Kyle is a wonderful person.
Oh, so Kyle is not dead.
Oh yeah, Kyle's not dead, by the way. And actually now he's got a new weapon. He has an assault rifle with a flamethrower attachment. But yes, unfortunately, he still is alive. And he's just... now he knows how to shoot people. Go Kyle. So this is the part where... if he kills that enemy, it's a time loss. Sometimes he does nothing, and sometimes he goes crazy. I need to put a code in here real quick just to drain the water here. And let's see... oh no, I think he's got his flamethrower going. Nope, maybe. Thank you, Kyle. Oh, wait, nope. Oh, we're good. Whew! I thought he killed him. So what'll happen is the battle will finish. I'll put her gun down, which is just a little bit of time loss as well. Just giving you the XP rather than clicking on the door and escaping the battle. I'm going to take damage here just to get past this guy. And preferably what you want to do is, if you can, heal in battles. Because you don't have to like go into the inventory, select a couple things to get into your items. It's way faster there. It doesn't ask if you want to use it. So that's just why I did that there. I don't think there's really many... I got some time before I would technically take like a lot of damage I have to worry about. But might as well get it out of the way. So now we're getting ready to go to what's called Neo Arc, which is like an underground like museum type facility that they made to show people. Basically, their goal is to create like a superior mitochondria race and like kill all of humanity. And a whole bunch of rich people can like put themselves in capsules to survive and rule the world when humanity's dead or something like that. So it's a very weird looking place compared to everything else that we've seen so far. Do got probably like 10 minutes before we get there though. And there's another part where it just involves like a dodge when you get an item that we need for another boss fight. We have time for donations for a moment if you need.
I do not have any donations at the time, but what I can say is that Fastest First Spring Spectacular is raising money for OAR, the Organization for Autism Research. Your donation will help support research grants for those studying the effects of autism. OAR focuses on research that yields results and has practical applications for those living with autism right now. Children and adults on the autism spectrum, their families, and all those who give them love and support. For more information, please visit www.researchautism.org or use the command !charity in the chat. When making a donation, please be sure to assign it to an incentive or bid war. Help us unlock bonus games and cool runner showcases, or just put your own personal stamp on a run. You can see all of our active incentives and their progress on the donation page. For a list of all upcoming incentives and bid wars, use the command !incentives in the chat. And I do want to note that the only incentive that at least I see running active right now is our glitch exhibition for Ori and the Blind Forest, which currently has $70 out of a total $500 incentive. So if you want to see that glitch exhibition, please make sure you put in your donations.
So this part, there's like a computer virus, which is the worm that scrambles the password, which is the Melissa Maya thing on the background. You're supposed to figure out how to decode it. I have the password, so we're good. Here is some random questions that it asks you. It's 3 questions, but there's, I think, like 10 or so different answers. I have a sheet with them, but really, by now, I've learned all of them by heart. But a lot of it is like just lore about the current game or like lore of some of the previous game as well. All right, so now we're fully ready to head to Neo Arc. We just got to activate the lift to get there, grab Kyle again, and do a couple other things in this like security room. We gotta run back up there first. All right, let's see if the RNG's... All right, cool. Nice. So that's good RNG. His other move he can do is like spray out like a black mist around him, which will stun you for a moment, and it gives you darkness, which you can't aim, but it doesn't really matter for us because we can still just keep running. But it's just annoying. Oh yeah, there's that ability I was talking about that he can do. Doesn't matter for this dude, but yeah, it does for the other guy. For this part, we can walk to actually avoid these battles. So that's definitely something nice that someone recently found out as well. This place looks crazy. And there's Kyle again. Also, Kyle has now upgraded to a grenade launcher. You know he won't be able to use it to kill anything, though. Alright, here's that security system. We got to unlock the doors. That's the garage that we use way later on. Here is the lift that we're about to use. And then we can also turn off a security system, which makes the run significantly easier, so you don't get shot at in status effects by these turrets. Yeah, so that's for like multiple sections coming up, like 2 boss fights. Well, they're boss fights in bunny ears because they don't really attack you. Well, the turrets would, but we turn them off. And we got to walk again to hopefully avoid this battle. See, Kyle's, he's just chilling there. He got a grenade launcher. He doesn't care. And this is the last time we got to deal with Kyle. So he shot his grenade launcher, but he hit the wall. So Kyle, once again, proves his usefulness. I've only seen him hit that enemy once with a grenade launcher. Is because I wasn't paying attention and like took a terrible line. But yeah, Kyle's useless like usual. And he's in my way.
Thanks, Kyle. You're so useful.
Yeah.
And thank you so much to Outer Sparks for the wonderful raid. Thank you for bringing all your wonderful people over. You are watching the Fastest First Spring Spectacular 2021, benefiting the Organization for Autism Research. Right now, we are watching My Fox take on Parasite Eve to any percent. And following up after that, we'll have a Resident Evil HD Remaster 100% run on Jill featuring Yoshi Chief right after this run.
I was like, wait, why am I not running forward? And my finger slipped off. W key. I was like, that makes sense. Yo, thanks for that raid, though. Welcome on in. So yeah, this place is weird. That's really all I can say. But more monsters here. and we're about to have a puzzle that is really fun to learn. If I do it correctly, it looks amazing. If I do it wrong, just blink or something real quick. You're also going to hear a lot of key clicks, so I'm sorry but it's only momentary. Yeah, learning this was awful. Oh, I didn't mess up, I swear. Really? Oh, no. It was looking so cool. God, that puzzle was so awful. So, realistically, you can just blast through that thing and not mess up, but as it's so rough at times. Just like the smallest thing, and it moves a puzzle piece back.
I do want to agree with Rubicante. Sliding tile puzzles are absolutely the worst.
Oh, bad. All right, so here's a boss, kind of. I'm kind of aiming at him to actually target this thing back here, which is a generator that increases his defense as well as it regens his HP. So I do that, and then he dies. Fun. We have to kill one other guy similar to this to, I believe it's like, we're trying to take down a barrier in another place or something. But yeah, we're chilling. We gotta do a little backtracking, and hopefully pull off a dodge to avoid a battle and damage. Get a new monster type. These little scarab things, they're awful because they can just like hit you, and it's so hard to tell what they're doing, and it's all RNG. And oh my god, why are you following me? And we're good. Ooh. I said those. Yeah, they'll like jump and then just start hitting Aya, and like you just like get hit by 3 of them for no reason, and you're like, you're not even touching me, but it registers as a hit. That was to let us know that after what we did, there's been a fire. So we'll be okay because we're not really worried about this place, and I don't think the fire even matters. So we're going to another one of those generator dudes, but we have to do another puzzle to unlock that area first. And what do you know? We get another new monster type that kind of reminds me of the little dudes from Jurassic Park when they scream at you or whatever. I can't remember their names, but you'll know when you see it.
Yeah, I don't remember their names either, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's just like them. I remember where they got inspiration from. But I don't really care about him. We're going to run past him. He's got some more friends here. They do a charge attack, which is, you know, of course, bad RNG again. And if you mess up, it hits you. And I think it does like 30 or so damage. So let's see what he does. He went for the charge attack. What a surprise. And he hit, I don't know what. They always do that. But if everything's right. They can also do a jump attack, and then you really don't have to worry about anything. All right, so we got more scarabs. How's the RNG? Bad. So they can go all the way to the other side, and then you just walk along that like stone thing. But you know how things go here in this game. All right, so we got a good puzzle. Makes a good song of sounds. I have no idea what this is, but it's hilarious sounding.
Was that the Will Smith genie?
I don't even know. It's something like that. Actually, one of the runners for this doesn't know it by like the actual colors or anything, but he knows what sound each corner makes and goes by like he like sings the song to himself basically. That is another puzzle you can brute force though, because when you step on a stone and it lights up, it's correct. If you step on the wrong one afterwards, nothing happens and you basically just reset. So you could eventually just brute force that one as well. There is like 2 solutions. I think the other one unlocks a bonus area that we don't got to worry about. There's RNG here, but it's not really matter. That guy can jump out there. I said it doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna run away from him. Normally he would also jump out from like where that guy just jumped out, and then that guy would jump out actually right here. But as I said, it's no matter what you're getting in the battle, and they're easy to dodge, so it doesn't actually matter. You know, one of the few places where RNG no one cares about in this game. So now there's like a Jaws-like cutscene of these guys, but we've already been introduced to those guys, so it's kind of, it feels out of place. I don't know why that is there. But they're chilling in the water here. So they're an enemy that can attack you that we're just going to run past like usual. But does definitely give, like, if you played Dino Crisis 2, there's like some parts where there's enemies in the water you have to kill as well. Where it definitely got inspiration from Capcom. That dude is usually chill. On the way back, he can do the gas attack, which sucks like usual. Oh man, so here's the next boss with bunny ears. Getting in this door triggers suck at times, and you can accidentally like read something on the left, which is like a paragraph of like text explaining like lore. So fun thing, I recently accidentally found a glitch or strat or something for this boss. Hopefully I get it right, but it allows me to one-shot him as opposed to have to use 2 grenades. So same fashion, casting energy shot, destroying his little generator, and now I have to try to get into a pixel perfect placement right in here. Move a little bit more. Actually, I'm gonna move just a little bit. And there we go. Cool. So if I was slightly off, the grenade would only do like 200 something damage. But that spot makes any weapon crit automatically. There's actually one other spot a little bit closer back. I think it's a little bit hard to get to, and it is also pixel perfect. So I actually discovered that strat because I forgot to turn off the turrets in there. And since they were shooting on me, I was doing some fun zigzag lines to try to avoid them. And they had just like stopped shooting at me, so I just happened to stop and shoot the boss, and it was literally in that pixel perfect spot. That caused the crit. So this was like something we found out, I think it's literally been like a month at most. So that was pretty neat. But now we're going off. Really, the end of the game is like boss rush, honestly, for the most part. But we're going across to another boss now. We just have to go backtracking to like the main facility part, and there's another lift that we take down at this place. So I said it. If there is any donations, it's just backtracking right now. And trying not to get hit by scarabs. Oh. Ooh. Nice. Alright. Good RNG there. Most of the time, you get hit by one of those many scarab things. It's fun. I don't even know what they're called. They're like horseshoe crab type things. I don't know. I have scarab in my head, so I'm gonna stick with that. And I love like the music this place has. It's the organ piano. So strange. Alright. Almost to the other boss. I'm gonna get some really nice jams with this boss though, thankfully. So there's a cutscene here introducing more enemy types. They're like similar to that dude we fought earlier with the gun blade. They actually have like laser blades. It's pretty cool. You'll see momentarily. And there's many different, I always forget that, different types of them that have different weapons. Some have like grenade launchers. Yeah, so we have these things in here that are giant speakers that like drain your MP, but they make like some cool bass sounds, so that's not too bad. And there's some more turrets that we deactivated so they don't shoot you. Oh, what do you know? We have another cutscene type thing here. And it's totally random. One of the only places in the game where you can open up your Parasite menu for your magic, just to place it in the right spot, and it doesn't pause the game. So, don't know why, but I guess it's because it's almost like a cutscene or something. It's interesting.
Well, if
But
it's a
yeah.
cutscene, it's really interesting that it actually allows you to open up the menu.
Yeah, I mean, it's only like if you do like your regular menu, it will pause the game. It's just only if you do the magic menu. It's very strange. All right, so we're gonna try to figure out what's going on with that little girl, but we have to kill a boss first. Upgrading the energy shot one last time to level 3. Unfortunately, in this game, when you first get an item, you don't know what it is because she has to figure it out. There we go. Put that on there for safety, and I'll just throw more heals that I'll need later on anyways. And there's that handgun we had earlier. Yeah, that looked good. And that's what we're going to use to kill this boss. He is, he's pretty big. We gotta get near him and hope he doesn't slap us. And she's giving him like a defense shield. So that's why I get there, cast that. I'm gonna cast energy shot. Knock him back again. Cast another energy shot. And oop. And I messed up there. Cast one more. Because I probably could have casted something earlier. I'm going to use this toilet water. And that gives me Berserk, which I can then use to do more damage to him. And it also stun him when he tries his attacks. I just have to occasionally use Plasma again to stop her from doing the stun thing. And now I have to watch my health as well so I don't kill myself. Because in Berserk, you can kill yourself. Yeah. Alright, I didn't. Cool. But I'll have to heal after this battle.
So I'm sorry. Did you say toilet water?
Yeah, that's what it's called. Not really. It's like cologne or something. But it's eau de toilette.
Ian Keith, getting splashed with toilet water would make me upset too. Word.
Yeah. I mean, I'm assuming it's toilet water because it causes berserk. I don't think cologne is going to cause berserk.
Oh, apparently it's French for perfume.
Yeah, I know that, but I like.
Well, I did not, so.
Oh yeah.
I learned something new at least.
So Kyle was bad here randomly. So this room's like filling up with gas. We find out there's like an Eve clone, which is a clone of this girl, but then also somehow related to Aya. We got to get her to follow us. She can be awful, so usually we run back here, pass through her, hopefully. I'm going to raise my gun. There you go. All right. Because eventually this place will fill up with gas and start doing damage, and then she'll die. And it's game over, but just her staying there and not doing anything is just time loss anyways, which is annoying. But we just
right. Toilet water is funnier.
Yeah, toilet water is much funnier. So we just got her, but unfortunately, she will die. Or not die. I'm sorry. I mean, she gets captured by that one dude we thought died earlier, the number 9 guy with the gun blade. So he's back. We don't fight him again, though. He just captures her. He gets eaten, which is fun. We just are not going to see that happen because it's a cutscene. That scream.
I'm guessing that was her.
Yeah, kind of gets you thinking of Ashley from Resident Evil 4.
Oh my god. You had to say it, didn't you?
Oh, of course I had to say it. Get the Leon! All right. Oh, God. So here's his friends that help. They don't really do much, though. They're, like, pretty easy to dodge. Very late reactions. I'm going to heal myself here because there is a part that I have to take force damage, and it does about, like, 20-ish, so I don't want to die. And I can just potentially mess up anyways. But more little dodging, just kind of walk around them. They spin around. They're like, what's going on? These guys charge you, but you're already past them once they begun their charge, and I guess they can't turn or something. I'm not sure. But they've invaded this whole facility. They're killing like all the mitochondria creatures. So these are the new enemy types you got to deal with that have a lot more health and a lot more damage. And if you actually play this game on the Nightmare difficulty, which you unlock afterwards, they actually spawn in like the first section you come in. So I stopped there so he can take the damage for those laser beams for me. And then he has like a couple attacks he may do. He like chases me but doesn't reach me, or he casts silence, which doesn't do anything either. So that's just a simple dodge. If anything, the laser hits you because he went too fast, but he still can't hit you. This guy hits you or swings as you get to the door with more late reaction times. Yeah, these guys are not the perfect beings, that's for sure.
Those are the laser swords you were talking about.
Yeah, those are the laser swords, though. They're real cool. So here's some force damage. To take this line and not get hit by him, we have to get shot by these turrets. There's another RNG dodge, but I try to move like close to that, and cool, got it. He didn't see me. And we're about to deal with some fun dodges that one is consistent and the rest are RNG / there's a line to help you a little bit. Just running past this guy. So the most consistent way for this guy is if I go up and right immediately, run at this wall, he actually spawns over there. He can spawn behind you and immediately grab you, and he holds Aya for a couple seconds and can do damage to you. But we found out that will always make him spawn there and jump past you, which is nice. Running past this dude. And we're about to experience another one of those guys, which is fun. And on run once, I was just playing it risky for fun and like messed up my line and definitely got shot by the turrets and killed there. That was hilarious. So here's another one of the dudes. All right, I got good RNG. He spawned in front of me and is just going to do that dodge attack. A lot of times he'll spawn behind you and just immediately grab by you. Yeah, car key. We're going to find a little electric Jeep to go to another part of the facility.
Oh, cool. It's economic. It's ahead of its time.
It really is. Like, especially a Jeep that big that's electric too.
Yeah.
Although I guess that's kind of Jurassic Park inspired too, now that I think about it. Oh, wait. Wrong button.
So you know how we were talking about Ashley earlier?
Yeah.
I have a $10 donation from Ian Keith. $10 for both runner and host to give their best.
Wait, what'd you say? It cut out for a moment. Leon? Oh, God. Leon! There we go.
Yeah. Yeah, it kind of cut out for you too, but that's okay.
Of course.
You can only expect so much from something like that. Ian, we gave it a try.
Yeah. And I got the God RNG there by getting all 3 dodges, which I could only wish would happen in a run. But that last guy was the other invisible guy that could spawn and immediately grab you. So, yeah, if only that happened in runs. Ooh, more cutscenes in a pre-rendered environment.
Lori accurately pointing out that the stream has a Leon prevention filter.
Oh, very smart.
Makes sense. Yes, I know.
I know. Do you guys have a Resident Evil 4 run in the marathon? Because that could be bad if you got a Resident Evil 4 run.
We do not. Not this time.
So here's a nice little dodge. They're both casting silence. Sometimes the dude will charge and the other one will shoot rockets towards you, but if you're fast enough, it won't matter. And you get a free heal after this. Basically, Aya goes out there. She's surrounded by a whole bunch of those things, and the military comes in and like shoots everyone and saves the day. Now we're in like a little area they've set up. I'll let this cutscene play out just because, you know, it was what people asked for. I can skip after it happens. Oh, that's right. That's right. Come on, Aya. You know you want to.
Pet the dog.
Pet
the dog, Aya.
Oh, yeah. Actually, it's really what's on his neck. You know, it's like a pet. All right, this guy gives us something we're going to need for the last boss, which is a magnum, as well as special bullets for her. Speaking of which, you gave me an item.
I love how
I just want to make sure that's not the key item.
I love how the game just called it a large handgun.
Yeah.
Aren't all magnums just large handguns?
But if you examine it, then you get something else. No, I need that. What am I doing? Need those. Don't need those. I gotta empty out my inventory for certain things I'm gonna need. So, oh, see, now it's called a mongoose. But I'll equip the grenade launcher. I don't need this anymore, so I can discard that. And I don't need those bullets. Gotta buy some things here from this guy, which we have more than enough BP now. Just gonna buy some magnum rounds, some more grenades, probably more than I'll need. And
oh, so this is what the BP is used for.
Yeah. And we got pepper spray, just in case, which can stun the bosses. I don't even think I need that many, but why not, right? Especially one of the bosses here that we're about to face has a one-shot mechanic. So those actual extra pepper sprays should be good. But they cleared out the facility, but we got to rescue Eve still. There was number 9's motorcycle again, and Eve's teddy bear she had, so I was like, oh no, we got to save her. So just a tiny little backtracking to get to the basically the end segment of the game where it's 2 bosses back to back. If you do have a donation, good to go. I'm just forced phone call that I have to skip through.
I don't have any new donations, but I do have a couple of announcements. We have unlocked a new incentive. The incentive is for bonus game number 2, which is McDonald's Treasureland Adventure. Donate $500 towards this, and you can unlock this bonus game. The other announcement is we have a new bid war. We are going to be running Pac-Man Championship Edition DX Plus. What a mouthful. Later today, and you can pick between 4 different visual styles. You have 8-bit Pac-Man, you have Dig Dug, you have OG Pac-Man, and you have Rally X. So you can, this is going to be a rolling bid war, $20 per style swap. Not sure what that means, so maybe someone else can explain it. But yeah, we have a new incentive, new bid war. Please feel free to contribute to either, ! Donate, all that fun stuff, etc., etc. We do also still have the Ori and the Blind Forest glitch exhibition, which has $80 of 500 going for it.
All right, getting ready for the next boss. Actually, should have used that. I'm gonna grab an extra pepper spray just to be safe. Mongoose move. So you can change weapons in battle as long as you have it equipped, and you also want to make sure you load it with ammo. That looks pretty good for this boss since I'm going to be safe. Alright, cool. And right here, going to the next door, if you are slow, one of those invisible dudes can grab you again. Alright, so this boss in his second phase has a one-shot mechanic. That's why I actually got another pepper spray. Normally we wouldn't do it. I want to start off with casting 2 energy shots. Alright, cool. He did his gas attack. Now I need to shoot his arm twice. Word. Alright. Bad RNG. Cool. So, get him twice with that, and shoot him with a pyro, and I'm going to heal because I'll let him hit me first. Because he had to do this, and he's being mean. Alright, now I'm going to equip our Magnum. I'm going to shoot him with a pyro again, and he's being mean. And I'm getting trolled. Come on. And I have to just do like regular damage real quick. Because, wow. See this game? RNG you can do? I have no idea why. That's great. Yep, and I got RNG'd, which now this is a run ruiner. We're just gonna... Nobody saw this. Yeah, that's this game. I didn't have enough HP to continue the fight, and he was starting to take 0 damage because that's just what he does.
I'm sorry. Saw what? I don't remember. I don't remember a thing.
No, that's what I said. So we're starting off this fight for some energy shots. Oh, now I actually have to do it correctly because I don't have my safety pepper spray. Actually. Oh, you're being nicer now, I see.
What do you mean this time? This is the first time.
You're right. Oh, look at that. So that's how the fight goes.
Hey, first try.
Yeah. That's the RNG. And look, this is like second to last boss, so that's what happens to you here. So I shoot him once, use a pepper spray, got it off in time, or he one-shots you. Gonna do a little bit of that. I need one more pepper spray to stun him again. And should be able to kill him with this right here. Yep, there we go. Cool. Yeah. So that's how that fight can go. Just ruin your run and kill you right there, especially if you accidentally get the one shot. And we have one other boss fight that... Oh, it can go so many different ways, so I can't wait to see how this goes. I need to heal myself. I need to load up these rounds, which are special bullets that'll do more damage to the boss, as well as give her like damage over time effects. And I'm just trying to
Gotta have some more toilet water.
I need more toilet water. This is very important. And got that. I don't remember if I used the health or not, but I'll put that there. All right. That looks pretty good, actually. Boom. And all right. Last boss fight. Let's see what she does. So the Magnum I have can do anywhere when you have Berserk from 100 to 1,000, like sometimes like a 1,500-ish a hit. So this boss has 18,000 health, so that is the RNG of this fight. All right, I need to wait a second and stun her, which is fun pixel perfect time. All right, got those off. Gosh, bad timing. Oh well. Not too big of a deal. Yeah. Can I get some big hits? All right, she's gonna hit me here. Oh, nice hit. Yeah, you see the RNG of these hits? All right, real quick. I'm gonna heal.
This music is a real bop, though.
Oh, yeah, it is. So that's another spot where you can stun her. I'm gonna move a little back so she doesn't hit me. All right, cool. That's one of her. She spawned a clone, which sucks. And she's casting this, which gives status effects. So I need to cast Metabolism real quick. And she's being mean to me, of course. Oh, got that. Nice. Do I have any? No, I'm out of ammo. So now I'm switching to the grenade launcher. Alright, cool. I can't hit her while she's here, so I'm just going to refresh my energy shots. Nah, I can't stun her here, so it's more of just like attrition. Alright, that means she's close to dying. And of course she's going to go back here. Now, what can also happen on this fight is she can continuously shoot those clones in time right there, actually. Bam. And that's Parasite Eve, too.
Nice. Excellent job. Excellent job. Aw, she gives you a hug.
Yeah, she gives you a hug. She gives you a little hug. So, yeah, that boss fight can go so many different ways. I've had it before where I got hit with a silence and I didn't have any more heals, like when I was first learning the run. And right as silence wore off and I went to go cast a heal, the boss hit me with Berserk, which you can't heal yourself when you have Berserk. So, and I already had low health, so it was either get hit by the boss or kill myself. So I was like, well, there's the run ending. Yeah. So what was the time on that? Oh, actually, I have it
Looks
over
like
here.
1:32:43.
Yeah, underestimate. And I had a reset on part.
Well,
yeah.
underestimate. Wait, what reset? That was all first try every time.
Oh yeah, you're right. I mean, you couldn't tell everything happened so fast.
Absolutely.
But yeah, that's Parasite Eve 2. It's I will say the first game, it's also based on a novel in case you didn't know. But the first game is a lot better storyline wise and has an interesting combat system. This game's a little bit more action based. Story's not as huge, but I think it's a more fun speed run. And I just want to give a shout out to a couple people. One being Wolf DNC, and the other one being BR_Senna. They're both like other main runners in this game, and just people that I ended up running this game for in the first place. So shout out to
Wolf
them.
DNC is a name I definitely know in particular.
Yeah.
He's always been a really chill dude.
Yeah, he's been around for quite some time. And yes, and I'm my Fox. I speedrun a lot of Resident Evil and a couple other games, and usually it's just chill times, and we hope for the best of speedruns.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that is all I got. So we can do whatever, enjoy the music, or get ready for that next run coming up.
Alrighty, I think we're gonna go ahead and try to get things going. So thank you very much, my Fox, for sharing this run with us, and you did a really good job.